Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Rachel. And this is a follow-up to the narcissist will always make it your fault. And here's her story. Hi, Ollie. I hope this letter finds you well. I wanted to thank you for reading my story as well as sharing your own and others, and your viewers for their love and support. We have been so outcasted by our own families, so having a sense of support and community becomes vital as we recover from the deep wounds inflicted upon us in our informative years. I feel like I have finally found my tribe. Thank you, everyone, for being so welcoming and providing a safe place to talk about the dirty laundry our narc abusers are so afraid of. I would like to answer a couple questions posed to you by your viewers. Number one, my friend did stand up for what had happened to us with my stepdad. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, don't remember, Rachel's stepfather, did some bad things to her and her friend. And one of the questions was like, and her mother didn't believe her. And one of them like, well, did your friend back up this story? My friend did stand up for what happened to us with my stepdad. My mother quickly labeled her a whore and dismissed her. So that's what I said. So not only is she making it your fault, but then she'll dismiss whatever evidence you bring. And this is a point I've made about narcissists, about why you don't argue with them, because it doesn't matter what type of proof you have, they'll deny it anyway. Doesn't matter. Evidence is meaningless. 2, yes, I am living in no contact with her and my stepdad. I have limited contact with my sister. We could have been a lot closer, but she always has her damned hand out, and I don't know what it is, but these people feel entitled to my money, but I can't help them anymore. My dollars need to go towards my needs. 3, I got out after more turmoil, but I carved out a life I am proud of, and they can't take that away. Pretty sure that is why they hate me. I don't know about you, but I have my mother on loop in my head at times. She was yelling at me once that I was nothing but white trash, and I would never be anything better than white trash. This used to hurt me so much, and just the other day, I realized she was pissed at herself for being white trash, and she hated me because I could be better than what she claimed I was. Exactly. It was all projection. I have my mother's shrill that runs through my head repeatedly. With me, it's not even so much her voice or his voice. It's the tension I can't get past. It's that if Charlene closes a cabinet too hard, or a door or a drawer too hard, I crumble. It's that constant need to have your guard up, to be recording everything around, to be listening, to be hypersensitive to everything. You never get past that need to defend yourself from that attack, to look for it, to be waiting for it at any second. Physical attack I'm talking about. It should come out of nowhere. You just hear it coming, you hear something slam, and that was it. You know. That I have a hard time getting past. Not so much her voice. Her voice was just her voice. Her voice was just awful. I mean, it was just awful, awful. Everything about her, every word out of her mouth, every sound she made that brought attention to her, that was just awful. It's the guard that I can't get past. The ability to realize not only is she not here, she's not even on the planet anymore, that attack isn't coming. We you stop licking my toes? Thank you, Staley. Nasty animal. I was listening yesterday to Anonymous E's story as well as your own, and I am wondering what the deal is with the porn and the narc abusers. It's a lot of things. It's taboo. It's demeaning to women. It's power. There's so many different angles. It's the exhibitionism of it. I mean, there's so many things that porn gives to the narcissist. My narc mother worked at a porn shop, and that was a bonus for Rick, my stepfather. They had all kinds of toys and porn. They took us to Six Flags one year during the Indiana Jones release, and he purchased a whip. Little did we know, my sister and I, at the time, that this would be the other go-to for punishment. I also recall us having to take our pants down and bend over the tub for him to beat us, mainly me, with the belt of that cougar buckle. Yeah, that's sexual satisfaction. All of it. All of it. I used to have marks all over me. The whip got put out of commission after he beat my cousins and I with it, and my aunt raised holy hell. He was exposed. Yep, they always fuck up. They're eventually going to find somebody with an adult that's not going to put up with their shit. Like, this is how out of hand he is. He's just beating cousins now. And I've seen people get out of hand like this. I've seen people get out of hand. He was exposed, but it only mattered briefly. I remember being as old as 14 and him making me pull my pants and underpants down and begging for my mother to be the one to spank me. He violently ripped my bottoms off, beat me, and left me unconscious. My sister had to wait for me to wake up. He left for work. I got caught skipping school. Well, a lot of school since I was never allowed out. I got home and it was dark. The only thing I saw was the light of my mother's cigarette. Her telling me to come closer. I should have run, but I obeyed. The lights came on and suddenly I was handcuffed to a ladder. They, my mother and Rick, made me strip. I was allowed to keep my bra and panties on. Then Rick beat me with the whip. I thought he retired. Remember in my first video, he put on bondage porn. Well, this was punishment in my house. My mother had to be the one to call him off me. Otherwise, he'd beat me unconscious again. When I brought my now husband to meet my family, my mother told him immediately that the stories were true and I was handcuffed to a ladder. It obviously stood out to her as being wrong. Not that she ever made it right. I am sure this will be astounding. Yes, but do you think this is how Rick got his rocks off? He always teetered on the sexual abuse while inflicting physical abuse. What are your thoughts? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I've said this before. Both of my parents got a sexual charge out of beating me. My father was more like, he liked to be naked when he got in my face. That was his thing, to tower over me while naked. Like, get the fuck away from me, you kraut cocksucker. Get the fuck away from me. Her, she got a real sexual charge out of it because she was the real fucking deviant of the two. And he's a deviant, but she was a bigger deviant. Absolutely. Thanks again, Ollie, and everyone else. I appreciate your giving me a voice and letting me get this out there and out of me. Your friend, Rachel. Well, people like this, man. At this point, if I could get my, they just get away with it. They're complicit. And it's a real shame. But of course, the sexual pleasure the narcissist gets out of beating their child, yeah, it is. It's sick. It's depraved. It's derived from porn. It's why they like porn so much. Make you strip. Make you strip. Make you strip. That's why they got naked girls over there. It's power to them. They get off on it. So, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your contribution and another story, Rachel. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance.